Hi Libra, thank you for joining me here. I know it's been quite a while. I had to take a break, otherwise, I could not do readings. So, okay, let's see what you have today. So, I'm gonna get some major energy, uh, what's coming in your way, or whatever you are already dealing with. So, let's get into this. Hope all of you are doing well. I missed doing reading. It's been over a month now that I haven't done a reading, and anyway, let's see. What is the major energy coming in our way, okay? And I shuffle and I take jumpers if you're new to this channel. So if you do not like me shuffling and watching this, even though I talk over when I shuffle, you can always fast forward, okay? Okay, death or rebirth. Let's get some animal spirit card. Elk in reverse. Okay. Okay, these two came to me. Tarantula in reverse and cobra upright. Okay, lot of fire. Death, another scorpionic card. Okay. And now get the another oracle card, and then I'm gonna start the reading. Okay, this is the major energy that we will be talking about, and then I'm gonna get deep into the situation by using different tarot deck, and at the end I'm gonna give oracle card timely manner message from oracle deck. It's called mystical shaman. Okay. Okay, we got keys to on trees. All right, let's see what you have. When I was like getting ready to do your reading, I really get this. I mean, I'm not surprised that we got death and rebirth, because I was getting that something, and it's like I feel like it's like almost like everything makes sense. Whatever that you couldn't put a finger on before, it feels like all of a sudden, obviously it did not happen all of a sudden. You had to go through certain kind of, you know, spiritual understanding. Maybe you have been aligning yourself with certain dimension of understanding. This is interesting. As I'm looking at, this is a 2D card. As I'm looking at it, this veil, this wraparound, it kind of protruding, and this light is feeling like a coming from a background, even though it's all on the same level. This is interesting, the visual contour that I'm getting from here. Yeah, I really feel like that something was just veiled, and you have been aligning yourself to get to the truth of it, to see through it. And now I feel like you finally see what is going on. If you lift that veil, if you put a crack into that veil, and you can see the light, you can see what is coming through it. Before I'm also getting that this is the situation that you may have feared. You still may be fearing that this is something bad, because you cannot see it, because it's right now, if you have not dealt with this energy, it would be like right now it's like a veiled. But moment you crack that veil open or just lift it up, you actually see there is no darkness, there is actually a light coming through. So if you fear certain situation that you are in, that you don't know all ins and out, and you feel like there is something fishy about it, I feel like your suspicion is gonna prove to be wrong, because the moment you're going to lift it up, you actually see that there is actually some kind of goodness is brewing underneath. That's what I'm getting, Libra. Very specific. I'm also getting the sense of ocean. I don't know, this is maybe a side message or something. I'm getting that, I don't know, I'm even though there is no picture of this, I'm getting this figure of dolphin tail. Dolphin tail. It's like, yeah, okay. So whatever it may feel like, first I thought it's shark, but it's not, it's the dolphin. So if you're thinking, again, the same message coming to me, if you are in a situation, okay, let me put it down and break it down and make it simple. If you're in a situation where you feel like that you don't know all these secrets of this situation, all these ins and out of this situation, and you feel that there is something darkness, there is something hidden thing behind that gonna harm you, actually it's not shark, it's a dolphin. It's gonna bring a lot of joy, it's gonna bring a lot of clarity, it's gonna bring a lot of light in your life the moment you're gonna lift that veil. But you are not lifting that veil because you feel like that there is something dangerous is hiding and lurking behind this veil. But the moment you open this up, it's actually just the opposite of what you think. Very interesting message from death. And then we got elk and tarantula in reverse. I feel like this is again the same thing. Elk is very spiritual card. Elk is also like a father figure. you know it's like almost like a equivalent to emperor, but very spiritual, very spiritually grounded. you know and I feel like that reverse is, I feel like that somehow maybe you are not, even though I do get a sense that you have been working on your spirituality in whatever capacity you can start with, but I feel like you are putting it in a back burner. And that's why you cannot make this decision of tarantula to open that veil or not, because you are constantly fearful of there is something bad gonna happen, something is not good behind this veil, behind this unknown. Maybe you are in a situation that you want to go all the way in, but you are kind of fearing, you kind of twittering to go in and out. You feel like, no, I cannot go in because I don't know. You feel like if you go in, it's going to be a dangerous thing. You have a sense of, actually no, with the elk in reverse, I'm also getting that this indecisiveness, but this indecisiveness is coming from this fear that there is something bad gonna happen out of it, and it's actually making you very unreliable even to yourself. One day maybe you tell yourself that I'm going to do it, next day you tell yourself opposite, and that kind of indecisiveness and unreliability kind of bleeding through other people as well. And it's making you harder, it's making harder for you to make any kind of decision. It's kind of taking back the fire, it's kind of taking back that fiery spiritual fierceness that you kind of hold inside, and it's making you kind of wobbly at this moment. I also feel with the cobra there is like that two back to back. Cobra is a very spiritual card. Cobra is like, to me it's about, it's like Really, I'm getting this, like when you open that veil, it's gonna be like this cobra. Even though we kind of fearful to serpent, we kind of fearful to snakes, especially like in a like biblical rhetoric. It kind of the way we paint serpent or snake is kind of in a negative connotation, but it's not going to be that. That's why you are fearing, but this is actually cobra is all about spiritual upliftment. So cobra is all about very nice change, seeing things in a different light, and feeling optimistic, feeling that you have things under control, feeling that you can do things that you thought that you cannot do. That's what the key is on the trees. There are so many opportunity. You have all the keys around, but you kind of caging yourself within this, feeling like that you cannot get that. The moment you're going to step out of this cage, you are going to fall. But it's saying that you have the key. You don't have to fall all the way from the tower. You can just open that cage and just walk around the tower and go down, go down. I really feel like this is the, revive, like, what is the repetition of the same kind of energy that, it's kind of giving you a snapshot that if you open this veil, it's not gonna be darkness and it's not gonna be what you think. Then it's giving you where you are, which is like a spiritual little bit of wobbly situation, non-reliability, unreliability, indecisiveness, kind of going back and forth, and kind of losing confidence on yourself. And then it's saying, it's kind of reaffirming, kind of rounding it up, that saying that open it. It says that open that veil, whatever the situation you think that you don't want to go. Maybe there is a conversation that you wanted to do and want to do for a long period of time, but every time you feel that urge to do that, go for this conversation, make this conversation happen, you feel like, oh my god, it's gonna be something bad, it's gonna bite at me, it's not all these things. And anything, it may be conversation, anything, new way of doing things, new job, new hobby, new passion, new love, whatever you're thinking that you want to embark on, but you kind of holding yourself back. Hold on. Excuse me. It's just saying that open it up. It will be cobra, but remember, it's not a poisonous cobra, it's not a venom that you are gonna get out of it. It's gonna be this newness that you're gonna get out of it. It's gonna open the key for you, open the door for you. It's gonna hand it and it's gonna give you the key to you. Okay. I'm sorry, something is happening in my throat. Hold on. Give me a All right, okay. Let's get deeper into this, okay, and see what is actually going on here. Oh my god, this is like so many. I cannot take this, but I saw a lot of colors. I saw a lot of yellow. So it's, look at this. It's very warm, earthy color. Like maroon, like dark gray, dark green. That kind of. But I saw that yellow. I feel like something really. I feel like you are just worrying about something unnecessarily, and you are kind of painting it in a negative light. But it is actually very very positive. When you open this veil, it's like almost like you are getting a fresh, like, breeze of new life kind of things. But you are kind of thinking in your head that it's gonna be shark, but it's actually dolphin, which is like bringing all this happiness, playfulness, joy. but you're just do it. Just open it, seriously. Is there any kind of situation or... Okay, we got 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. We got 7 of Swords and we get Temperance. Let's get another one. Okay, we got 8 of Swords in reverse and we got the Chariot. Perfect. And I'm not gonna take this. By the way, it was World, so another major arcana. So let's get into this. So 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I really feel like that, like you want to open this. You want to really do this. You really want to do this. Your heart is like crying out. But every time you try to approach to do that, you feel this entanglement. You feel this pool of negativity. You feel this pool of negativity inside you, and it feels like, no, it's all gonna go bad. You are kind of referring to your, I don't know, some kind of negative, maybe you kind of accumulated that kind of energy by, roaming around with people who kind of carry that kind of negative energy within themselves. Is like a kind of pessimistic energy. That's not bad or anything, but right now that kind of energy is not gonna propel you to move forward. And I can feel that you really want to move forward with this. You really want to embark on this new journey. You really want to embark. You really want to open that door. It's like your like tip of your fingers is like itching to open that veil, but somehow you feel like you accumulated this kind of negativity from your surroundings. Maybe you have been watching kind of down kind of movies or videos, or maybe like you are kind of from your surroundings, from your environment, who you are talking to, what you are watching, what you are listening, everything is kind of feeding into this kind of negativity. But it's in reverse. I feel like the moment you're going to open this up, you're going to see that everything was for nothing. I mean, it is an experience. Every experience we go through is never really nothing. We learn something, and it added on to how we view our life and how we shape our life, how we think, how we feel. Everything we experience is like a building block to who we are. So, but moment you open this, the moment you actually approach and do this, I feel like all these doubts, all this turmoil, all this stretch and contract of your heart, it feels like your heart is kind of tearing apart. Those kind of things just gonna evaporate like this. Literally like this. You like, it's like this, you're fearing this, and you're experiencing this. The moment you are just gonna do this, just even if you're closing your eyes, you're just gonna, okay, I'm just gonna do, you're gonna tap into it and just open it. The moment you're gonna open it, you're gonna see that this bright light is coming through it, and everything that you kind of carrying within yourself is just gonna flushed away, because this light is too strong, and it's gonna and you I really feel like there is this person is screaming, but I feel like it's gonna be like you're gonna be screaming of laughter. The moment you're gonna open this veil, and it's gonna come to you, oh my god, and that. And I also getting this thing that part of you also know that it's that behind this veil there is this light, but somehow you you are kind of submissive to this negativity. But the moment you actually do this, you're gonna feel like, oh my god, I knew this, how I did not do it. And that kind of frustration to yourself, and you're gonna yell it out, and you're gonna let it out of your body. Like, look at this. We got this Seven of Swords right under this Elk and Tarantula. That's the thing. This raven is trying to tell you. So I'm getting that part of you is already know that there is a light, that whatever you are hesitating to open up, whatever you are hesitating to go forward with, you already know that there is a good outcome. There is a it makes you know that it has light in it, it has good vibes in it. But then you are somehow, like, like covering yourself with this everything, covering your head, covering your ears, like being paranoid. And that's actually taking away your spiritual, your spirit, your spark of your spirit. It making you very indecisive, it's making you unreliable to yourself, let alone others. Even though it's like that, you are constantly hearing this raven like telling you the truth. Just say, Libra, just, it's fine, there is light behind it, why you are not opening it up? But you are hearing it, at the same time you're ignoring that whatever you are hearing, whatever your intuition is screaming at you. And it's not that you are trying to push your intuition down under the carpet. You are hearing it, but at the same time your action is kind of motivated by this negativity. And you keep continuing this, like, okay, I don't know what the truth is, I don't know what's there is, but you already know. It's like you are once when once you see it, you cannot unsee it. But you are trying to unsee what you already seen, you are trying to unheard what you already heard, you are trying to unsense what you already sensed. Why is that? Yeah, Temperance card, right under Cobra. The first thing that I noticed in this card is these wings, these white feathery wings, and again that light over there, similar kind of pattern. But you are actually being through this process of turmoil, you are actually getting a lot of, you are actually spiritually uplifting yourself. Is this why you are doing this? Because you feel like, even though this is very painful, even though you are trying to unheard what you heard, trying to unseen what you have seen, but through this process you are learning a different mystery or the parameters of life experience. I'm also getting this, that there is a certain sense of stubbornness is coming from this. Almost like you are telling yourself that, yeah, I know that there is light, but I want to see how does it feel like when you know that there is light, but you want to see darkness in it. This battle, it's very interesting. And you are like, okay, I'm just going to be patient here, because it's not that I am drowning myself in darkness, I'm experimenting with my choice, I'm experimenting with my action, I'm experimenting what motivates me and what inspires me to act on. You are kind of, it's like you are kind of openly inviting trouble to come in, because you want to see how does it look like, how does it feel to deal with trouble. If you listen to your intuition and open this veil right now, it's going to be all beautiful. It's going to be but it has been a long time. I think this is what you have been doing. And I just heard that it says that it has been long time, Libra. Cut it out. You are trying to put yourself like, oh, I'm this revolutionary person, like I know that, I know the truth, I know that there is light, but I want to play with darkness. I want to see that how does it feel like when you know that there is light, but I want to play with darkness. And it's been long time coming, and I just heard that cut it out. I'm also getting that with this light, you have to take certain kind of responsibility. You have to change your certain sense of lifestyle. Maybe not lifestyle per se. It's not like life science for life science lifestyle. You're gonna change like, okay, I'm gonna do this like forcibly. But this kind of when something shift, that shift brings out changes the way we act in our everyday. And you kind of right now, you kind of you don't want to be too, it's a very weird message. I mean, you don't want to be, you don't want to act too adult. You want to play with life. You want to play with moments. But you have been doing that for a long period of time, this thing. And spirit is saying it, okay, you got the taste, but now it's actually harming your own spirituality. Now it's actually harming your, it's kind of amplifying your indecisiveness. So cut it out. You already had the experience how to play darkness with light. You already held this veil, covered the light for a long period of time because you wanted to deal with this darkness and how to dance with it. But now is the time to cut it out, because otherwise it's gonna be your new normal. Even though you are thinking, oh, this is the way I am, oh, I'm just experimenting, I'm just experiencing different aspect of life, but you have been doing it for so long without your knowledge, it will be your new normal. And the new normal is that anytime when you see light, you choose darkness, and you feel like that, oh, this is just I just want to experiment with life. But now if you keep it going for a long period of time, and I already feel that it has been going for a long period of time, then it will become your pattern. Right now you're doing for the sake of experiencing life in a different angle, but if you keep doing this, it's gonna be your habit that every time there is something light you see, you are not gonna listen to your intuition gonna tell you, but you will hear it, but you are gonna continue unheard it, continue unsee it what you have already seen. And that's gonna create a bubble for you, and it's not gonna, right now it may feel like adventurous, revolutionary, all this kind of like spark you are getting because you are experimenting life that no other person that you know of can do. So that makes you feel good about yourself because you feel like you are doing something special with your life and not submitting to norms. But at the same time, it has been so long, if you keep doing it and not open this now, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna take away some good part in you that you already have. And I feel like that like after you realize all these things, you are actually not only realize, after you get these downloads, you are actually, look at this, Eight of Swords in reverse and the Chariot. Okay, here is the different message I'm getting. I feel like there is a sense of, you see yourself very tangled. You see yourself that you are very chaotic. Your mind is chaotic. Hold on, I need to change the. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords reverse, I really feel that you are someone who likes to think that they are chaotic, even though it doesn't give it doesn't give you, but it's a very interesting, it's a very specific message, maybe for 1 or 2%. It's like you like to see yourself chaotic. You like to see yourself that your hands are like a tide, and you kind of pulled from different direction, even though this is an uncomfortable situation, but you kind of that's the way you see yourself, so you always find yourself that kind of situation. Even though there is no chaos, you like to create chaos in your brain so that you can feel that energy of chaos because you thrive on chaos. And you are realizing that. You are realizing that you thrive on chaos. You created a normal in the name of experimenting life, but you are kind of experiment. Okay, if you are really a explorer of life, you will not only go toward chaos, you also gonna go toward calmer water. You also gonna go to a different kind of energy. But you realize that even though you tell yourself that you are experimenting with life, you are dealing with different kind of emotion, different kind of normality of life, so that you have a vast experience of life, and then you can form your conception and perception of life and build yourself based on this variety. But now you're realizing that actually you kind of pull yourself only one kind of way of being is like a chaos, and you are letting it go the moment you realize that this is the repetition of it, because you are a kind of person who thrives on adventure, who thrives on newness. You don't like to do things like others people do. You don't like heteronormative way of doing things. That's very nice, that's very interesting. Total support to do that. I mean, I totally go for, go for it. Don't be conventional. I get that. You want to do that. But at the same time, you go towards, in the name of unconventionality, you go towards certain corner which always create the same sense of energy, which is like a chaos. So you are not really experimenting and not really experiencing the other aspect of energy that life has to offer to you. And you realize, and look at this, what happened, Chariot. And you feel like the moment this energy gonna come to you, there is a sense that you're gonna feel like you're not gonna hold anything back. You're not gonna think twice. By the time you realize that you always kind of, in the name of experiment, you're kind of detouring without your own knowledge towards same sets of energy. You're gonna leave everything. You're gonna go for it. You are gonna unveil this newness. And you are not going to carry forward any kind of past, because I feel like you are a kind of person who really seeks for that what life has to offer. For you, life is a book, and I feel like you right now you're going to realize that even though you feel like you are reading a book, but actually you are reading the same page again and again, because you are directing yourself to the same energy, which is like chaos. Maybe that page is very interesting, maybe that page is the most interesting page of this book, but the thing is, how do you know if you don't read the other pages? But in your brain you feel like you are reading other pages, but you are always reading other pages by filtering through this chaotic energy. Chaotic is nice too, all the energy is good, because it gives us different aspects and flavor of life. So everything is good if you're open about it. But if you're doing it repeatedly without knowing it, then it becomes your new normal. And that's why when you realize, you kind of leave everything behind. You leave everything and you're just look at this horse. It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna go for this newness. I'm gonna read this page in a different light. I feel that kind of vivacious kind of like vibration from him. This is very interesting message. Okay, let's get another layer. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, these jumped up. Six of Cups and Eight of Wands. There's a lot of Sagittarius card though. Eight of Wands, Temperance, all of them. Chariot, Cancer, Watery, Scorpio. Water and fire is a very dominant here. Just saying, energy wise. Okay. take jumpers, guys, so if you don't want me to. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, one more card. Two of Wands. Okay. By the way, Three of Swords reverse again, I saw here. So just saying, Three of Swords here, reverse again. Whatever you feel, it's, you know already. I feel like this is the message that you already know, but I'm like, it's like you are trying to unheard what you already heard. You're trying to unknow what you already know. So I'm kind of reiterating what you already know and trying to bring this perspective to you. So this message, if you're relating to this, resonating with this, you already know all this. It just, I'm just putting aside all this muddy or some kind of dust that has been accumulated over your knowledge. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this has something to do with your stability. You feel like that you need to protect your stability, whatever you have, in terms of money, in terms of resources. You want to protect it. Yeah, so Libra, I feel like you have a little, don't take it otherwise, but you have a little bit of paranoid kind of energy. You feel like that, I don't know why you are getting this, but you feel like there's something bad gonna happen. The same energy I got here, that you already know there is light, but you feel like there is darkness behind it. And then you try to twist it in your favor so that you feel like, oh, you are not actually scared, but you are kind of experimenting with life. But at the core of it is you are kind of telling yourself that there is darkness. You know what I'm trying to say? Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you are protecting one resources is fine. Being protective on resources, being put it aside so that when you need it you can access to that. But at the same time you're fearing that there are gonna be rain and it's gonna wash it away. Your protection not gonna, everything that you have accumulated gonna go away. That kind of fear of negative things happening to you, it's kind of, it's there in your mind. And you kind of battle through this, but at the same time you kind of made a theory of your own life, saying that, okay, this is very interesting, please hear it. I'm getting that you tell yourself that, like, which is nice, but at the same, okay, how I'm gonna say it, it's like you fear that there is something bad gonna happen to you, but you also use that thought as a way to experiment with different aspect of life, especially how to dance with darkness. But I feel like you have been doing this for a quite long period of time, whether you know it or not, and it becoming, if you do not realize this right now, because your intuition, this raven is like really yelling at you. You know already intuitively. If you do not listen to this right now, if you do not take action right now, it's gonna be your new normal, and it's gonna always create this kind of chaotic atmosphere, and you are gonna always having this kind of paranoia that something bad gonna happen, something is negative behind every positive, something, like all this kind of negativity can consume you, even though right now it's all nice experiment life, like, right, but you need to know when to put a brake on it and change the direction. Right now is the breaking point, and change the direction. And I think that you will take that and you will go with it. You will take this new direction, and it's like almost like a rugged kind of way. You are going to live behind all this old way of thing, that doesn't mean that you are going to take the experience, you are going to take the experience that you gain out of it, but not the habitual activities of it. So there is a sense of paranoia there, that like you need to protect some yourself from everything. You need to, there is a harm, there is a danger. Like there is a mentality that when you get out of the house, you always feel that it's gonna rain, you always feel that something bad gonna happen, maybe you're gonna be lost, your phone gonna be dead, you won't be able to come back home because you won't be able to have access to your GPS. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like, instead of thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna see new road, I'm gonna see new people, I'm gonna see all these strangers, or maybe something, those kind of inspiration gonna come to me, but you go for the ride, for the experiment, like experience, but you filter those experience through this kind of fear that something gonna bad gonna happen, people gonna come drunk to you and they're gonna say something nasty to you, maybe you won't be able to come back home, maybe you will be too drunk to come, like all this kind of negative thoughts kind of surrounds you. And Seven of Swords, yeah, it's telling me that go back, Libra, go back. It's not that I don't think you have been always like this. I think this is a phase. You are a very adventurous and very unique kind of person. You don't like to do things the way no other people does. You don't like to follow the norm. You want to create your own normal. But that is so beautiful, that is very inspirational, but somehow you kind of caught in this negativity, even though you kind of covering it up with this, oh, I'm just experimenting with life. And it's telling it that go back, there was a period of lifetime in your life where you felt the simplicity of life and the beauty of it. Like, I do not believe that, I really do not believe that the only way we can be happy by brushing away darkness and all constantly thinking about light, light, light. No, that's very depressing, and it's almost a suppressed kind of repressed transgression. In order to embrace light, you have to go through darkness, and darkness is not a bad thing, it's just a different flavor. It's just a different flavor. Just when you walk on the street during daytime, you walk on the same street during moonlight, it's just a different flavor. Nothing is bad or good here. But you used to have that open mind, you still have that open mind, but somehow this negativity kind of consumed you. But there was a place in your life where you used to filter darkness through light and get to the bottom of the simplicity of that life has to offer to you. There is to be a lot of innocence, a lot of sense of contentment within you, and it's asking you to communicate from that place. So I think this new thing that you are not you want to open that veil but you are not doing it, it's gonna start with something with communication. You do something, and it's saying that don't do it from the Seven of Swords place, do it from the Six of Cups space, which is like a place of heart, place of harmony, place of where you feel that you have this sweetness in you. Like there is the spot, there is a phase in your life, you still have it, but somehow this negativity kind of glazed over it, and you are kind of naming it in a different way because you don't want to submit to this negativity, but you are kind of submitting to this negativity unknowingly. But it's saying don't worry, you have all this kind of sweetness in you. All you have to do this, just open that, just burst it open for a moment and communicate from that place, from that space of love, that space of simplicity. You already have that simplicity within you, Libra. And you know that, that's why you are hearing the intuition, because your raven is talking to you, because you know the simplicity, you understand the beauty of it, otherwise it will not talk to you. No matter how much you say that, oh, I did not hear them, but it is speaking to you, because there is a your soul is very vibration, like it's a very, your soul is very sweet. That's all I can say. You hold a lot of love, but somehow, maybe I don't know why, you kind of covered yourself with this negativity and try to glorify that negativity in the name of experimenting life, being revolutionary, being out of the box kind of attitude. But at the same time, it's kind of painting a lot of negativity. Ace of Pentacles right under. Yeah, it's like I feel like this is you. Is you wanna just tap this coin, and just so that coin can flip and create a path so that you can go through this forest. It's almost like there is a road, and this coin, this pentacle is like almost like a door, and you just need to tap into one side so that you can rotate and you can go through you can see the path, and you are just right next to, like, in front of it. And that's the message I got in the beginning. You really want to open this, but you are kind of looking back. You are looking back. Oh, but what if it's just this, if I open this, a bunch of like bugs comes out and attack me. What if there, but you already know what is there. This is because this is Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is all about stability. It brings newness. It brings something that you can really work with and create a lot of stability, mental, spiritual, physical stability, and cultivate those kind of things into your life. But you cut it out, sweetie, cut it out, because otherwise it's gonna be your new normal. You have been doing this for quite a long time. You have been staying in that right in front of the coin and thinking, okay, I'm just gonna poke this time, I'm gonna poke the tomorrow, I'm gonna open it next day. But you are constantly and it's becoming your normal. See? Yeah, you are gonna realize that you think that you are doing all this new thing, you are experimenting with life, you are not giving in to some kind of popular agenda, you are creating your own path. That is so beautiful. I encourage you with my all heart. Please do not submit to others thing. Create your own path. But subconsciously you are kind of tying yourself down. You're looking at the birds, but subconsciously you are actually holding on to this that doesn't let you fly. You see? I hope it makes sense. It's a very, our human emotion, our human minds is very complex. It's never linear. It never just, oh, I think in this way, oh, I think in that way. There is always some kind of sub thinking goes on. And I feel like that's what, like, you are really a kind of person who wants to like really live life. There is a lot of vivacity in you, a lot of eager and enthusiasm and interest and curiosity. But this, I think something, this negativity kind of, it's kind of not letting you fly. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, but before that, before I go, I feel like tarot wise, I feel like this is it. Let me see what universe wants to advise you, and if this is a timely manner message, meaning that message you need to do it like now, whenever you hear this. If you really resonate and want to follow this is the message. It's like that universe really want you to act on immediately. Okay, wind is the invitation. Invitation means that what universe wants you to do right now, and then I'm gonna get a medicine, which is like what universe want you to pay attention to. The corn. I got very excited when I got. I feel like there is some. Okay. Okay, let me read it out for you. Hold on. Okay. So, okay, let's see what corn is. Okay, the corn medicine. What universe wants you to work on right now? Beware of the shortcuts to shortcut. Oh my God, sorry. Beware of shortcuts to your dream or the fast track being offered to you now. Be especially mindful of your feelings of entitlement or an expectation to get something for nothing. This is a time for gratitude, perseverance, and humility. Be prepared to work towards your goals and plant the seed of your intention consciously and respectfully. Release any insecure thoughts of scarcity, feelings that there is not enough, or worry that someone else could take what is yours. Yeah, the same thing I was talking about, this mentality that something bad gonna happen. Eight of Pentacles is very nice card for the stability. It's like a building block, but at the same time constantly fearing that somebody gonna come and take things away from you. That's, they're talking about the same thing. Release any insecure thoughts of scarcity, feeling that there is not enough, or worry that someone else could take what is yours. Know that the universe will always provide, but you must be in a relationship with it in order to receive. You will reap what you sow. Take heart. Even if you did not plant well and have conjured up the illusion of a drought, there is always a new season to begin again. That's what he's asking you to get rid of, like that kind of thinking pattern. It had helped you, it have showed you a different aspect, different shades of Alice, different shades of life, darkness and all that, but it becoming your new normal if you do not cut it out right now. Go to a different page of the book and try to read it through a different lens. And okay, Wind 63, let's say this is what universe want you to do, like embrace. This is what universe want you to act on, and this is what universe want you to embrace. 63. Okay, 63, wind, invitation. What is that? When the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. See, death and rebirth, change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, new normal. Like saying, yeah, now that you have gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have a clear communication with others at this time. Communication. And when you do that, please know that I'm telling you, this is just a phase for you. You are a person, if you are connecting with this, you have such a good heart. You understand the simplicity of life. You understand the love. You hold love and light inside you. But you try to, dance with the darkness because that's a different flavor, but that's not your by default flavor. So it's saying that, like when you finally decide to open that veil, speak from this Six of Cups, speak from this love and light that you hold inside, the simplicity of life. Come from this simplicity, like that place. Now that you have gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have a clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. Alright, Libra, I feel like this is a very specific reading for one of you, and hope this brings some kind of clarity, even though you do not resonate with the entire reading. Maybe there is a bits of parts that kind of come handy in your life. So hope it helps, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.